How did you discover the memoirs for the film, and how did you discover this story to produce?
Well, the main storyline basically was found from archive. I was searching the materials, and then the one diary, but actually there was a letter which were with the diary of Verna, and then I discovered those small letters which were basically like marks or remarks or like memoirs about the Siberian period when she was there. What was remarkable was that those thoughts were so clear.
Right.
Despite all that is written, when basically she was struggling for her life, and those little like marks or little thoughts about life, about time, that just struck my mind. It was like, wow, that's something special, I have to use it. So basically, a glimpse of those letters are in the Crosswind.
Now, why is it important to bring this part of history back into the fold during these times, and why do you think it was overlooked back in those times and the whole period?
Actually, it was like when I started the project, then it was as an anniversary, it was like 70 years passed from June 14, 1941.
Right.
And it came to my mind in that sense that in Estonia nobody had ever made a film about the deportation, and it was like a cap. So kind of Estonian society kind of needed this topic to be solved, because those people who are still with us, they're starting to pass away, but for them this topic is really important. They can see that basically the younger generation is dealing with the topic and with the problem, so they can rest in peace, so to say.
Right.
So basically it was for them and for the community.
Now, the way you did it, you used sort of like a platform or format called tableau vivant.
Yeah.
And can you tell us, does that make the audience more engaged in the film and more engaged in the characters in your film in the Crosswind?
Well, the main idea of using tableau vivant was that I wanted that the audience would feel the same as the Erna, as the protagonist, felt in Siberia.
Right.
So, and the line where I got this idea was that the Erna wrote that I felt like the time has stopped,
right,
or the time has another meaning. And then it struck me that I should stop the time in film, which means that nobody, all those 700 extras, they're not moving.
Yes.
And only the moving element inside the film is the camera.
Right.
So I wanted that the audience would feel a bit imprisoned, or that the audience can't decide where to look. And I'm doing decisions, and I'm putting focus points wherever I want. So I wanted to recreate the feeling of what she felt when she was in Siberia. That was the main idea, how to find the right form to tell the story in visual way. Now,
in terms of the actors in the film, what did they call? What did they call this? What type of acting is that being still? Did they have?
They did actually. They don't have any. I mean, it's a still frame. That's about it. But we used Alexander technique, which is the spine technique, back spine, to hold the position a long time. So there are little tricks and methods how to stay in fixed positions.
Right.
And that's why we used Alexander technique teacher or the coach and we had some exercises how to stand in one place for a very long time. So these kind of little big tricks.
So tell us, how does it feel to be here at the Toronto International Film Festival, and what kind of message you want to relay to your viewers after they watch the Crosswind?
First, I think it's really nice to be here because I mean the weather has been really nice, and I mean the festival is treating us really nicely. But about the film is that of course it's like really important for me and the film. It's the international premiere, but it's not a funny thing. But the weird thing is that the film came out like really on a weird time, because we started the film 4 years ago when, so to say, political situation wasn't like that as it is now. But it kind of helps because the world is kind of prepared for Crosswind. They can understand why and how these kind of things happen in Estonia, and they can relate. So I think the film is placed in very suitable time. So the audience is kind of prepared.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And hope you enjoy your stay here at the Toronto International Film Festival, and I hope your film does really well here. And please talk to us again for any upcoming films.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.